is bright. Islam is my sight. Now I found the light after those long dark nights. Now my world is bright. Islam is my sight. Now my world is bright. Islam is...
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another show of Straight Path here on Huda. I'm your host Abdullah McIntosh, and this week we're going to be discussing the idea of Quran and how that is being related in our daily lives. With me in the studio to discuss the topic, welcome to Dr. Al-Said Amin. Welcome, Doctor. And with me, of course, is Shady, Abu Yusuf, and Junaid. Welcome to the set. Now, Doctor, you have a PhD from Birmingham University, and you are now lecturing here in Azhar in Cairo. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khairan.
Shady, what have you seen in terms of neglection, unfortunately, of the Quran, and what do you feel are the reasons behind that?
Well, first of all, as I agree totally with the professor, because the Quran, it's not enough to read the Quran. It is very important to apply the Quran in your life, because when Aisha, the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may God be pleased with her, she was asked about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She said he was like a Quran walking on earth. Like he was the real application of the Holy Quran. Okay, he was living with it. So it's not enough to read it, only to read it. It's not enough to keep it in your car. Okay, the Sahaba, not all of them, the companions of Prophet Muhammad, they didn't memorize the Holy Quran. Not all of them memorized the Holy Quran.
Very important to
but
know that, yeah.
You cannot single out one of them that did not live with the Holy Quran. So it is very important to live with it, not only to read it and to say it. Well, I think it's what we see these days of not, like applying the Holy Quran's principle in the society is because we're getting away from the religion. Okay, we're getting away from the religion of God because of many reasons. Mass media, you can say that, and many other, cultural and political.
Well, that would be the negative aspects of mass media, because of course we are media.
I know, yes. But we didn't have these blessed channels like 10 years ago or something like that. This is, alhamdulillah, a step forward.
Shady, from your experience with young people, obviously you do a lot of work with young people, teaching them. Why do you think they are so far away from religion?
Why do I think well, first
from the Quran?
That's from the Quran. Now let's say something that they have wrong role models. Okay, and these wrong role models, okay, are pictured in a very good and very nice way. But when it comes to the Islamic figures, that we should give respect to them and we should follow them, they don't have place, like real place in the media. So they are attracted more to the Western style of life.
And I'm going to just make a point here, but it's perhaps not just role models in the media, but we have a responsibility as role models, as fathers and mothers, don't we? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You can find a father sitting alone with his children and watching things that God is not pleased with on TV. And how this father is supposed to teach his kids and his children manners later. I mean, if he's sitting with them just normally like that, watching things that God is not pleased with on TV.
Let's come to, I think that's it, because I'm going to ask you, what are the tips that you guys think about how to deal with the Quran to help it, have that effect on the heart. One of them is as Junaid says, as we've mentioned before, that you must consider it that this is the speech of Allah. This is not just somebody who's written something 1400 years ago. This is the speech of Allah. This is the one who created you, talking to you directly. And just reading the Quran like that is going to help in elevating its greatness.
Well, I believe if we want really the Holy Quran to be implemented in our life, so we need to teach our children, okay, what we call in Arabic aqidah, which is belief. Okay, so they need to understand, as our scholars and our sheikhs told us, that aqidah, belief, is not only to say it with your tongue, okay, or to believe it in your heart, okay, but it's actions also. So we say that belief is divided into three parts: to say with your tongue, to believe in your heart, and your actions and deeds, okay, should say that, yes, you are a Muslim. And this is why we say, when you just say it with your tongue, okay, you're not a believer. We can't consider you a believer if you say it with your tongue, because what is the difference between you and a hypocrite? Because hypocrites, they say the words of God, but they don't believe in them in their hearts. And this is why when God described Pharaoh in the story of Moses and Pharaoh, God said in the Holy Quran, وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُمْ ظُلْمًا وَعُلُوًّا. And they disbelieved in the signs given to Moses, but deep down they knew they were truthful, and they knew that they were from God. So Pharaoh knew that Moses was a prophet, but that didn't make him a Muslim. Why? Because he refused to confess it with his tongue. Okay, so actions, saying it, believing in it, this is what we need to teach our children.
You have something to add to the rewards that maybe install, or some practical application tips?
Of course, Quran is about, like, turning it into a practical thing in life. And this is what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kept stressing on during his life. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Wallahi la yu'min. I swear to God, he does not believe. I swear to God, he does not believe. I swear to God, he does not believe. The man whose neighbor does not feel safe from him. So this is practicality. You cannot just read the Holy Quran and then you go back home to disturb your neighbor, annoy your neighbor. It does not apply here. And this is why we keep reading in the Holy Quran a verse that is repeated over and over and over again in many surahs. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those who believe and do good deeds. Because you can't just believe and that's it. Okay, so both things are related. Both things are related. So you can't live without making the Quran a real example in your life. Practice it like every day. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Al-mu'min, al-muslim, man salima al-muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi." The Muslim is the one that others feel safe from his hand and his tongue. So he does not, like, beat others. He does not. He's not tyrant with others, and he does not backbite. He does not say bad words about others. So this is Islam. It's about being practical. Turn the Holy Quran, turn what you read into actions. This is it. Yes. One also to add to the idea of contemplation, which is very important. I remember what one of our great scholars said about one of the verses in the Holy Quran. He was talking about the story of the people of Al-Ukhdud, and those people were Muslims and they were killed by a tyrant. God said in the Holy Quran, قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ. The people of Ukhdud, they were killed. النَّارِ ذَاتِ الْوَقُودِ إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا قُعُودٌ. And they were thrown into the fire, and God is witness to that. Now, then he said, why is this story mentioned? Is it mentioned so that we know that Muslims finally get killed? It's not that. But God is trying to tell us that you work. Do as much as you can in this life. Okay? And you are a winner. Anyway, you are a winner. As long as you're working for God, you are a winner. You get killed in this life, but you are a winner in the hereafter. So work, and don't wait for reward in this life. Just do your best. And don't wait for anything in your life, because what is with God is better than what you'll imagine in this life.
Doctor, I think a lot of people perhaps feel
after those long dark nights, now my world is bright. Islam is my sight. Now I found the light after those long dark nights. Now my world is bright. Islam is my sight. Now my world is bright. Islam is my sight. Now my world is bright. Islam is my sight. Islam is my sight.